Okay.
All right, so we're
That's
recording
fine.
again now.
We're just trying to we're just working shit out.
Yeah,
This is the first one, so.
hopefully it should be fine. If not, then I'm gonna have a lot of issues with this computer.
Okay. Actually, let me go to the Rev 250. Just let me know when you're ready.
Oh, I'm already recording, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. You already recording.
Yeah, we
So
good.
okay, cool. So let me preface this by saying fuck Faust.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even play Kai against this character, to be quite honest.
Who do you play now?
I just play Raven against him most of the time.
Raven.
Raven, because I'm a little bitch.
Oh. I have absolutely no idea how that goes.
Raven, what kind of douchebag character throws a fireball at you while you're on the ground?
What kind of douchebag character throws a fireball and then blindly runs at you and does a mix-up?
bro.
That's whack.
Pussy shit.
He just evolves from Kai the Edgy time.
Like, that is so stupid. Who the fuck?
Oh god.
But I've played the matchup enough that like I can add in stuff. And I do want to go back to playing Kai against him. I'm just lazy and I like to play Raven against him now.
I honestly don't blame you for that though. Like,
I mean, because I have the privilege of fighting the top 2 Fausts in the country, and still, it's pretty hard.
Yeah.
Fuck this matchup.
So it's very imperative to stay in ranges of far slash when there's like no items out. Well, it depends on which item is out. Bomb and mallet come to mind when it comes to like just like kind of like stopping high neutral sort of offensive sort of deal. See, like with that mallet, he just had to jump back because he couldn't really go any more full. Maybe he did stick a button out, it would probably tag the hurt box. It'll tag far slash fairly well. Which is one of the reasons why mallet is a problem, among other things. But what I'm seeing right now is like I ain't ensuring that he has Nage in a position where he's blocking, and then he can just come in and do his pressure thing. But right now he's just trying to feel out if they get the right item and whatnot. You just gotta back away. But now he has Nage in a good position and pokes the shit out of him.
That was an excellent chip sequence.
Yeah, but yeah, like Ayn is just like throwing stun and just playing the position. Nage is dodging them, throwing out items, and hopefully he'll throw out something that'll just have Kaiju just back up a little bit more. Mallet, oil, found a way out. Dodged the fireworks, that was good. Let me back up a little bit. So there was something on there I did talk about. Fuck. Now, when you're in the corner against Faust, one of the things you don't want to do is, one of the options he has prepared for you if you're in the corner is to not tech forward as soon as possible. Because if you tech forward as soon as possible and he throws out a mallet, that's actually an extra counter hit, and he can combo off that, and it's pretty damaging. So what Iron did was that he fell down a little bit until Nage came down and threw out an item. And the item was, luckily enough, it was a mallet. To which I knew, okay, he threw out an item, it was mallet. I got hit by mallet, whoop-de-doo, I can tech, and now I'm free. Whereas if he would have teched, he probably would have got hit by the mallet, and the mallet would have been counter hit if he came down with a button. Tech forward, but it doesn't matter because 5K was in his face. Also, I know that Kizzer and Dennis would have a little bit more like know-how on this matchup, but I know that FDing is a good option against 5K, but like after like air tech, like you air tech, he does 5K. There's like nothing in particular I'm missing about 5K, right? Or is it just FD and hopefully he'll jump and you can like tag him on the way down, sort of deal?
The thing about 5K, especially like in tech situations, because they're just looking for the counter hit because it wall bounces.
Yeah.
So he's really just looking to wait, and he can visually confirm what's going on. If they get the counter hit, then they'll go into full combo. But if they get nothing, then they'll just sit there and either do nothing or go into whatever other sequence they've got.
Call out that one.
That was a good, yeah. That was a crazy good call out, and that was a good jump H2. He Iron did jump H to make sure that Nage could knock himself back down into the charge stun edge, and then he could probably do some damage there, which he did. He won the match off of.
Yeah, well-spaced jump heavy is probably like underratedly important in this matchup because it just stops Faust from doing a lot of things that he normally likes to do.
Yeah. That was a good 2K confirm. And then no meteors are coming down. I really didn't like that jump out because it looked like he didn't even have. It looked like he didn't even FD. He just jumped up and bomb hit him. All right, burst to avoid the knockdown. Gets the far slash confirmed. The Nage's in the corner. 2H, nope. Nice safe jump. I mean,
very important punish.
5K punish.
Yeah. Oof, that dead angle. That was gonna be bad. And Golden Mallet, he got hit by, and that's not good.
And the 6H reset.
Yeah. That was just sad.
Let's go back a minute and talk about the 5D punish.
Sure. That's because that's very important. That's very important for Faust matchup, and I'm glad you did bring that up because it can counter wake up 5D, which does have a considerable amount of invul, so it's very good like to use as a reverse. You can go back, Kiz, I think, but hold on, let me see if I can go back.
Yeah, it should be coming up here.
Yeah, it's in this round. It's in the last rounds.
At 6P counter poke, you can do that sometimes to hit out far slash and scalpel pull.
All right,
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay. First things first. Notice that he actually does this a lot in this set, so keep a lookout for it. But he does an early 6H to try to melee the second hit only, kind of like how we used to do with the old 6H. But what this specifically does against Faust is if he does try to 5D, we get a chance to respond with a instant block. You have to instant block if you want to punish, because it's only a 5-frame window if you want to get it. So you have to IB and then you get 5K or 5P depending on how close you are.
If it's point blank, you should be able to close slash punish it because 5K is also 7 frames.
What?
That's true. That's true. You can close slash. You can close slash punish it. But me personally, I use 5P. Me personally, I just use 5P.
Yeah, 5P and 5P is probably the most consistent because of range and it doesn't prorate as much as 5K.
Yeah, so you can do so yeah, like I just do like 5P 5H, or I do 5P close H if I'm like that close to if I'm that close to Faust after that, but I really shouldn't be. So I think 5P 5H into Stun Dipper would work.
Actually, 5K punish shouldn't work against 5D because if you IB it, it's -6. But 5P is what you should be going for.
Yeah. Was that a well? Let me ask you this: if we can go back to that, was that a counter hit?
It wasn't.
It wasn't counter hit, and it wasn't like there wasn't like a warning sign.
Oh,
so he might have just been holding neutral or something. I don't know.
5K is 5 frames. It's a punish.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 7.
No, it's 5. I'm looking
no. 5K is 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm fucking nuts.
It's right there in the name, man. 5K.
Damn.
Yeah.
I use 5P.
Yeah, but yeah, you should still be using 5P anyway. So whatever. I'm nuts.
To skip the prorate.
Yeah, it's pretty much to skip prorate. Because even then, like 5P 5A Stun Dipper goes a long way. Especially if you have 50 meter, you want to extend it. You really don't want that prorate to get in your way. Because I've done like 40% off of a 5P punish off of 5D. So it's not. So yeah, that's my go-to. Underrated move, let me tell you.
Yeah, 5P is pretty good, to say the least.
Yep.
Done with the fun blockables.
That's so dirty. That setup right there. So, quick commentary.
Yeah.
A lot of Fausts are always doing something on Wake Up for whatever reason, but it might just be US Fausts. They want to Wake Up 5D, they want to blitz for whatever reason. Plus, Faust has a really good throw range, so they're going to try to grab you too from up close.
6ph.
6ph. That's a good option. If you're not very potent on
Oh my god.
That was
shit, I missed it. If people are not very potent on option selects, you can do 2K. It has the same effect. Oh Jesus!
black materia.
He just destroyed Planet Namek.
Notice that I didn't tech at all there.
There was that one tech right there.
Oh, by the way, that VT that he probably shouldn't have done there. Faust has very, very good ways of baiting that just by pressing 2K.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he did it myself.
Like, you have to have the hardest of reads that he's going for a high option if you're going to do VT. Otherwise, you eat a full combo and you got to do it again.
Keeps that pressure going. This is good pressure. Yeah, he's going there. Oh, the utmost disrespect. What is that? 5P against 6H.
Yeah, Nage knows that you gotta poke out sometimes. Like, you
Yeah.
can't let that rock. So
Yeah,
be careful.
that kind of feels like a call out to me. I don't think a lot of people would or like would know about it.
It's actually reactable, isn't it? 6H is what, 23 startup?
Oh, it's very reactable unless you live in the US.
You right.
Granted,
don't know,
Rio
man,
taught us
because
that Greets ever wasn't blockable by Japanese players, so you know what?
To be fair, they do have an excuse for not blocking Great Ever sometimes.
Sure. Grab, yep.
2 more frames of input lag.
That is true.
And that's gonna help you get there. But at least he's out of the corner.
Yeah, Nage was trying to set up the unblock hole there. Didn't quite get it.
He bursted, didn't even really want to go much further.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
From downtown.
Crazy.
I ain't been watching my match videos.
And that's gonna be, oh, I guess that's not extended, but it doesn't matter. He gets to do. Kizza, what are y'all usual counters for drill? Come on, nigga, I know y'all got it.
Isn't it a lot of like preemptive 2H?
Personally, I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's like more preemptive 6P or 2H.
See, here's the thing. It's all height dependent, right? So if he does drill low enough, it actually goes and hits 6P out of it. Hits the hurt box that is actually not supposed to exist because anti-airs. But
no, I have seen that happen before. Yeah. Also preemptive stun differ, although I don't.
Yeah, Chase Magic's told me that before, and it's never made a lot of sense to me.
It makes sense, but
it's extremely unreliable.
Yeah, because like I've tried doing it before, and I usually almost always get tagged, and I'm like so confused. So it's like in my mind, I'm always just like preemptive 2H or like 6P if they're drilling from high up is the way I've always thought about it.
Really quick on that though, like 2H is really good against Faust. The thing is, in my opinion, US Fausts are approaching this matchup wrong. If you notice Nage, he hardly ever jumps. Hardly. He never does like bomb bags in the air. Like he never gives you that opportunity to be able to anti-air him.
Yeah, that's a huge one. Because the thing about bomb bag, and I was breaking this down earlier this week. The thing about bomb bag is it allows you to basically close the gap almost for free.
Yep.
So in order to preserve that space, he tends to stay grounded.
A Faust that stays grounded in neutral is such a nightmare, especially from mid-range. Like, a lot of your pokes aren't very effective unless you kind of get a little bit closer to your far slash range. And if you notice, Nage's just... he's doing reaction crouch under a lot of your fireball.
Rip.
That was a good one. Punish.
yeah. And 5K. And it also shows that I didn't have any meters to counter 5. I mean, counter 2K. Wow, what a grab.
I reeled back a little from that.
And the grab. Yeah.
Don't
Oh my
backdash Faust in the corner, please.
Yeah, it's not a good move.
I think I've learned my
That's
lesson.
a knock.
And yes, that is a knockdown. The one where he goes like all the way up in the air, it has really surprisingly a lot of untech. So you can't get knocked down off of that. Nice
keep him
line to
clean.
stop him from jumping out with jump kick, which is in general a good move when it comes to trying to haul people down with with a charge stun edge, Oki, like in the corner, or just using it in the way of like in the middle of strings, like traps and whatnot. You can jump kick if they try to jump out because that's usually like their initial option is to be like, oh, well, charge stun edge is like right in front of my face. Let me fucking jump out. And jump E, jump K, 2H, all those moves keeps everybody intact so that they can fall right back down into the stun edge, and then you can continue pressure or do whatever you gotta do in order for that to like not happen again. You can even do a mix-up afterwards if you have enough time.
Nice.
That was a good DP. Oh fuck! Oh, that's a good DP. Yeah. Yeah.
You see how hard Iron fights for those donuts?
Amazing boy.
He has a large heart.
Shut it.
Nope.
I'm Rockerbird.
That would have been great.
Nagi's ability to convert from items is actually insane.
Yeah, Nagi's awareness is kind of
TOS.
world. Two H. Ooh. He didn't believe. Thought he
That was
would've
a
taken
really-
down and did close slash.
That was a really bad Faust snipe.
And the throw.
Hey, the old far slash that was supposed to be a close slash.
Oh God!
Why though?
He
So-
couldn't have done anything about it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like sad about it is because he couldn't do anything about it. It's that's just the perfect storm of having of being in the right range, having the right item, and you're close to the corner. It's like he's gonna confirm off of this, and it's gonna be burst safe. I really can't shit about it.
I just noticed the Team 6HS.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
So what would you all recommend on a match start versus Faust usually?
If Faust does crouching punch, you do stand kick.
Okay.
I generally default to 2K because it also goes under 5K. And it does the same thing.
Yeah, 5K. Yeah, 5K is the general go-to. I really can't think of another move Faust would do round start outside of what far slash maybe.
It's either 2P,
2P.
jump, or the occasional pogo to try and win the game right off the bat. And 5K.
Sometimes a drill.
Oh my god.
So
That was sick.
I have.
By the way,
nothing to
Nugget
say.
might be okay at Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You saw Iron do round star 5K there.
And then sometimes you just have sequences like that where you just gotta hold that for like 8-10 seconds.
Yeah.
This is bad.
I'm pressing the advantage because he has meter and Nage doesn't. There's that 2K. Right under 5K and confirms in the warehouse.
Oh.
Yeah. Should probably mention that crawl goes under literally every high button we have.
Including 500?
I don't think crawl beats 5 hits.
Yeah, I don't think crawl beats 5 heavy if it's low enough.
It beats everything.
So what you're telling me is there's no hope.
Yep.
What a convert.
It doesn't
There's
even make
hope,
sense,
son.
just like physically, that he can crawl when he's so
Yeah.
big.
Oh man, that could have been bad. And now Ian is like fighting for his life.
Do you want to hit the little Faust, or do you just want to stay out of their way?
Go over it. Don't. It's important if you can just try to get over it. Just like what Ian did right there. He just jumped and just said, "Get the hell out," because you can't like hit the Faust and then it'll go away. Like it has to hit you. You either have to get hit by it or block it.
That's what I mean. Like earlier, he did like I think he did like a crouching S, and then he got hit by it, but it went away. But I think he was mostly safe.
Yeah.
He did that one on purpose, yeah.
Yeah. And in some cases, it is like it just make sure the Faust is like nowhere near where he can be in an advantage if you do decide to trade with Little Eddie. I mean, Little Faust. I mean, you can trade with Little Eddie.
Faust, little Eddie.
Yeah. You can trade with both.
He's trying to get like the
Because I
ultimate
think-
matchup.
Yeah. Because like off topic, like in the Zato matchup, if he's full screen, well, not necessarily like full screen, but if he's away from the range of doing like invite, and I see Lil Eddie coming up towards me, it's like, and he does Maru or whatever, it's just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna kick the shit out of it. We'll trade, but it's gone. So as long as Faust is far away enough to not be in an advantageous situation where you do take the trade with Lil Mans, as long as that doesn't happen, that is perfectly fine. But you should do your best to just dodge it entirely.
Yeah, there's one other thing to point out. It does die to projectiles, so if you can hit it with an air/stun edge, feel free to do so. But be aware that Faust will try his hardest to tank that shot for is Little Man's every time because he gets so much of a pressure advantage. So, you may be able to pepper Faust a few times with random shots just because he's trying so hard to keep his momentum advantage protecting Little Faust.
And also too, if he's in range with and that's another thing too, range of slash air stun edge, which is like the down angle, and he takes that hit for him. Faust can actually Little Faust can actually tag the recovery. So that's also something to look out for if you plan on doing that. So
Oh,
I would say you would have. So I would say it's best you had meteor if you were.
there's one other thing. If you see Faust, mini Faust go up, if you can actually jump IB it.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. That's important. I forgot all about that. If you're close to Faust, and that's like a move that goes up, and that goes for pretty much anything that he throws up that has a hitbox going up, which includes Mallet, Little Man. What else has a hitbox going up? Uh,
Wait.
Bomb. Wait's also one.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I have a question about the weight, actually.
Yeah.
Is it more or less the same property as Post Slide Head in terms of the unblockable? Because if so, there's like a weird little bit of tech that might work against it.
Is this the split CL one?
Yes. Does that work against it?
Yes.
Okay. I was just wondering about that.
Yeah. It's rather fast, but it's more or less the same. Weight is more or less the same property as sliding head, where there are a few frames in split CL startup where Kai is low in vol, so you can use those to your advantage and stop anything, and this also goes for some low crushes against certain matchups, certain characters. But for like full screen sliding head, if you know sliding head is coming, you can actually react and do split CL. Weight's a little bit different because
You can delay that for one thing.
no. It's not that. It's just you can't really see startup of weight. It's just an item that it could possibly be thrown out. Whereas with sliding head, it's like, okay, you see Pod swing his head back, he slams his head to the ground. Faust just throws up something and it just lands on the ground.
He can also hold the item toss for a few frames.
And he can also, and then that's another thing too. Yeah, he can hold item. So it's not as consistent as it's not as easy to react to, is what I'm saying. But it is possible to go under it.
All right, that was more or less just like is this possible? Because I've never tested it because I've never thought to do it until just now.
Yeah, but it is possible.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm honestly gonna probably watch only one more match and then I'm gonna be done for the night.
Oh yeah, it's like midnight over here.
Yeah, I try to keep these to be like just 2 hours or like a little over. We did like an hour on both, so I think that's nice jump away from 6-8.
That was really good.
That was bad. That was really good. I don't know what that 5H was. Was he trying to just tag him from the air, or was that like a throw attempt or something?
I would assume he was just trying to tag him with it, because that's the only thing that makes sense, but... In that case, why didn't you use a different normal?
Oh yeah, there we go. That's a good one. Oh yeah. That's my shit. 5K in here. Mallet. He dodged the mallet. That was very, very smart. He did not try to force himself on that.
I need to do more jumping stun edge to hold Faust in place in the corner. It's so good.
It is. Nice. And now Faust is back in. Holy shit. Kept Nage blocking all the way down from that string. That was good.
That was a good block.
Nice instant block on the good.
One of the things Ein did in one of those last sequences was he did basically a vapor thrust when Naga was really high. If you watch Faust's meter, he'll burn a lot doing the flawless defense cancels to screw up his timings for when he comes down. But if he's near or out of meter, vapor thrust is pretty much guaranteed.
One other thing was like he wire sued the stun edge, which like gave him an idea of what Nage was doing. It's actually something I like to do after air vapor thrust. I use not always like stun edge wire see, but like I'll just neutral wire see. You get a longer look at the situation.
Cross up JD, except for sometimes when it doesn't. I hate it so
Yo,
much.
noob question. Can you not be killed by the dead angle?
Nope. You cannot be killed by dead angle. Oh man, that was not a good catch, but it gets Nage in the corner. I don't know if that was. Wait, that was a good catch.
Basic combo note on Faust: you can't get a lot of your normal split seal enders because he's so skinny. So be aware of that.
A go-to would be doing would just be ending your loops with like slow slash vapor thrust, because the main idea is that you just need to get a knockdown. It doesn't necessarily have to be like on a seal ender sort of thing. It just needs to be a fucking.
Okay, that was really good.
Speaking of combo notes, after 2D, you can actually air combo Faust without meter.
Yes, that's a fact.
One of the reasons he did it there is because I was gonna be burst safe at the end.
Yeah. And then I noticed on 2, like he jumped back. I think he jumped back close slash, which that was pretty much what he was looking for. See, yeah. Well, yeah, he just pretty much did like neutral jump, because it's like, okay, well, he has this burst. Pretty sure he was going to be in a range where he could get away from the burst if Nage did decide to burst at close slash when he jumped after 2D. Pretty sure he was going to be safe. And then jump H was just long and wide enough to even hit him. So. But that was still good on both ends. Excuse me. So, was there anything you wanted to add about the Faust matchup? Because I go to you and Dennis a lot about this. Like y'all play Elvin and Zynak and them way more than I have.
Chase Magic.
It's your goal to get into far slash range, because if you get further than that, Faust just kind of pushes you off, and it's hard to approach once he gets that distance. I mean, looking at how Iron approaches this matchup, like once Nage's at that optimal range, Iron can't really do anything other than throw fireballs. The problem is Nage just crouches under them a lot of the time. I don't know how Nage would react to Tiger Knee fireballs in this matchup. I think they help some. It's a really hard matchup for that reason, like playing the neutral game.
I know there were certain matches, or certain rounds near the end of rounds when Ein was throwing a lot of TK fireballs, and when he stayed relatively mid-screen, it looked like a guessing game between guessing whether or not Faust was going to run in or not, and then alternating between slash and heavy. So it looked like a very scary guessing game.
But yeah, like American Faust, that's a completely different thing. Like you pressure them enough, they'd be fidgety and they would jump when they shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you like 2H them. And again, on Wake Up, for whatever reason, they don't want to block. They just do stuff like Wake Up 5D or something, or Blitz. You gotta take that, use it to your advantage. Because you don't really have much else. If you do CSE Oki, he just crouches underneath. Obviously, he doesn't have his old 6H anymore, so you really had to time his new 6H correctly. I mean, Faust just grabs you, like for no reason sometimes, even though it seems like you're far enough.
Mm-hmm.
Kizzer.
Don't grease ever. As a serious note, because he is so small when he crouches, he gets forever to react to it. So
That's true.
And really, the only normal worth low crushing seems to be like 2H, maybe 2D, but yeah.
2P also, but
I think he actually, depending on when you greet Sever, the recovery is short enough on 2P, I think, where he actually can still block it.
Can stand to block it. Yeah,
that is correct. Yes.
Yeah, I've tested that out at least at match start, and I'm like, this is suffering.
Other than that, just play the matchup kind of slow. It's going to be a neutral brawl because, both Faust and Kai do pretty much the same thing, and that's control the ground and control horizontal planes very, very well. So, just take your time, take what you can get, and don't panic when you get put in the corner, because Faust corner carry is pretty good, especially with going my way.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone need to add in any more words of wisdom before I stop the recording then?
Yeah.
Shout outs to the mixtape.
All right, looks like we're good. Bulladoo.